So welcome to this Pilates beginners course. This is week one, and what I want to talk about before we even start is the equipment that you could use and what you can use instead if you don't have it. So in an ideal world, a stretchy fitness band, okay, you might not need it at all. You can, however, use a yoga strap if you have one, a belt, or what's a little bit softer would be a little bit more practical, would be the belt off your dressing gown. So that's one useful piece of equipment, and we will be using this today. When I use stretchy band, you could use a scarf as well for that specific purpose. It needs to be relatively long. I'm going to push that one out of the way. Other useful kit. This is a 1-inch Pilates block, which you could use to put under your head if you need to rest your head on something, ideally to keep your head in the best posture, best position, no more than 1 inch underneath. I actually prefer to have nothing under my head. If you don't have that, you can roll a towel up, even more comfortable, but try not to make it more than about 1 inch. We do a couple of exercises where we lie on our side. Now, I often, for one of the exercises, I would use a rolled up towel or blanket underneath, because all we're trying to do is, when we lie down, we want to make sure that our head is here in alignment, not scrunched up at an angle and therefore pulling. Also, when we're lying on our side for one of the exercises, you're going to want something underneath your shoulder to keep your head in alignment, and we actually roll back on the block. Now, you don't have to have a block. For me, this, what's that, about 2 inches deep, which is a slightly thicker Pilates block, I use. As you can see, it's around the size of an A4 sheet of paper, which gives you enough room to roll your head back on. Again, you could use a book and put a towel on top just to give it that little bit of padding, because these are quite squidgy. If you're quite broad-shouldered, you might need a little bit more depth. So if I had broader shoulders, if I weren't so tiny, I would put the two together, or you could put a couple of books. You play with it, you work out what you need. You don't need to buy anything to do this workout. You can get by with stuff you have around the house. Let's get started with your workout. Oh, no, before we do, let's just quickly talk about what you're going to wear. Again, I call it Pilates in pyjamas for a reason, because one of the most comfortable things to do your Pilates in will be your pyjamas, as long as they're stretchy. So you need to be able to move your body comfortably. So stretchy, I've got a polo shirt on and I've got a pair of fitness leggings, but it could be a pair of stretchy t-shirt material pyjama bottoms and a pyjama top. You probably want to wear a supportive sports bra or stretchy ordinary bra, just to give you the best mobility you can have. Let's get started.